Okay, recap for Tuesday, 17th of February 2026. I just done this whole recap kind of detailed, but I was recording the wrong screen, so I'm just gonna do this one really fast because there wasn't really that much, okay? And let's just break it down from the high top, right? SMCA, do the same tools again. Down here, that's our weekly objective, right? Plus this main weekly objective plus this low. Okay, so we know that we are bearish, right? Targeting the week. Why? I can't be able to explain why. Second, right? The way that we're closing for today, and now we're just looking at today, right? Okay, let me actually go to the why. Monday's price action. We go up, and Mondays and Tuesdays price action is included in one candle because we had a bank holiday. We go up midpoint of this wick, right, and then we start delivering lower. This shows that we're heavy, bearish, and we can't even get into our fair value gap, right? Midpoint and start delivering lower. Okay, so we already know this is the weekly objective, and we know this is gonna be a week after accumulation week, right? So now on the 4 hour, right, and this candle is important, right, because we close below our gap, making this an inverse gap. This candle is important. Why? Because it's the one that includes the 9:30 opening price, 6 to 10. So now we know that, so we should mentally know that regardless if we go up, we should not really be closing above this, right? And that was the basis of the whole trade. We need to go up, right? And I'm sure why we need to go up, because if we go on the 15 minutes, we can see that we have relative equal highs, right? And we need to take buy side regardless if we want to go down, and plus we need to go to discount. So because thingy bank holiday and all that, I'm not gonna count this as our dealing range. I'm gonna use regular trading hours, and I'm looking at discount of this range, right? As you can see to it. So that's what I'm looking at, and I'm demanding these two liquidities, which is the initial liquidity and London liquidity. Asia, it'd be nice to take it, which means if we take it, we are and then dump, that means we don't have a reason to come back. And as you can see, we don't take it, which means we do have a reason to come back, and that's why we got shifted today rather than continuing the lower trend and seeking this low. Okay, so let me put the drawings back and let me just explain. So if we're gonna seek or go up to this new weekly opening gap or any PD array in there, one more thing is I want to look for price respecting something up there, and I have a mini gap here on the 4 hour with an order block that I don't want to see the mean threshold of it being traded to. Okay, so I'm looking at all of this, right? And I'm just analyzing that the fact that we have to go up, but we have a time limit. We have to come down before 10, right? So just keep that in mind. So that's me coming to 9:27. Let me put the lipstick and explain what's going on. Okay, so we have this liquidity. We have, well, it was drawn because I did the video delay. This is Asia right there, right? So I'm expecting 9:30 to launch up first and us to come back down before 10, right? It's important that before 10 we are closing in our 4 hour fair value gap, which makes this a wick. Okay, so we go to discount, which is this green line, right? I can do show you that in the trading hours. So from that high to the low, we open. This is our discount, which also lines up with the closing of our opening range gap. Okay, so and our new weekly opening gap. So PD arrays are there with the 4 hour, right? And what would be nice, us just wicking right there to take this high, hitting the order block, and that to me is the guarantee that we should not come back again to this area, right? Before visiting the low, right? This low, and these are just, this is the rejection block of it, and this is just the quadrant of the wick. Okay, so that's why I don't take the early entry, right? I'll wait. I'll wait for us to invest the first presented to make sure that we're not going to come back for this now. We're actually going to seek the initial low right there. And if we're going to accelerate and then start heading to the weekly objective if we want to get it early, okay? As you can see, we come inverse it. I take my entry and a little volume imbalance right here, right? And we come down, we go back to discount of this whole range now, and then we come down, and then the market says no, and that's your market structure shift, which means we're gonna come back for the highs now that we made relative equal with Asia, right? And the fact that we haven't taken the high gives us a reason, and that's why we don't be greedy and just seek what makes sense. So this trade was essentially 200 points here. So that was my trade. I'm out and done, right? So just remember that I'm predicting that the market will come and have to close below here. And that was genuinely the basis of the trade to go low. Seeking, I'm aiming in that direction. Doesn't have to get to it today, but I'm aiming for it. Like you like today, right? The market said no, but I still got my piece of the pie, right? I feel like this recap is so much worse than the one that I've just done, but I can't I can't think of just doing all that again. That was way too detailed. So now let's just get rid of this, right? And today was relatively simple. Let's say, what am I looking for later? I mean, like tomorrow, this Wednesday, basically, right? Because remember, we said the weekly objective is this low, right? And preferably getting to the low next to it, right there. Okay, so if there's a weekly objective and today decided to basically have a market structure shift and it looks like it's not interested to go to it yet, that concludes to me that tomorrow is likely to be a manipulation day, right? And we're gonna be seeking Friday's high. Why Friday's high? And why is it important? Because this high is the high that enters us into our SIBI, right, on the daily. So I'm going to be looking at two things. Is the SIBI, and that means closing inside it or below it. And I could look for a wick all the way up to this volume imbalance, which would line up with the midpoint of this wick, right? So like that's my maximum before even starting to look bullish again, right? So we could do a wick to all of that, right? Preferably I want this to stay in this area, and even better is that we have an SMT, like ES goes takes this high, NQ doesn't, right? And then we start shifting lower again. But regardless of what happens, I'm expecting tomorrow to really just be a manipulation day and then start going lower. And then after that, then Thursday to start distributing lower and maybe get to the weekly objective. And then I guess Friday come back into the range. Something like that. It doesn't have to be, but that's what I'm kind of expecting. But I don't care about predicting the whole week from the start. I like just predicting the day and maybe tomorrow. And because sometimes when you wake up, the whole market, everything just changes. So you're just gonna have to do the analysis again. But that's what I'm currently looking at. And yeah, I guess no more need to talk. That's genuinely the market recap. And yeah, so overall, I'm bearish. However, tomorrow I'm bullish. If that makes any sense. Peace out.